So, Rich at ReviewTechUSA has decided he's pro-piracy because of something PlayStation did. Now, I don't know what they did, but really, PlayStation's who sent you over the edge? I'm looking at his screen right now, and I'm seeing, is that a Steam Deck? So you got a Steam Deck there, or should I say a Nintendo Switch, because that's really what people use their Steam Decks for. Nintendo is what did it for me. So let's see what PlayStation did and what he's got to say about it.
And then you wonder why I fear an all-digital future, which is already here. So go out and buy physical media and think that you're not supporting a digital future. Go try to play any of those games without updates. We're screwed either way. Let's get into it. Skibbity dip dip dip, don't make it flip but make it drip in my butthole. Skibbity bop and da up. So if this story sounds like I've told it before, it's because I have, but it was for a different set of movies and TV shows that Sony took. So you would think, I understand there's things.
Oh, he's talking about movies this time rather than video games. Okay, this makes more sense. But I was already on board with the piracy for that. Or should I say privateering, because I'm not raping and pillaging.
In TOS, but you would think that movies and television shows that you bought, that you spent money on to actually own digitally, okay? You would think that you would have the right to access them. Like if I buy a movie on YouTube, I would be like, hey, I could go 5 years from now and watch that movie. You know there's things in the TOS that may say otherwise, but you think because you spent $20 on this movie that, like, look, you own it. It's like they wouldn't be nuts and take it away from you since they already took your money and profited off of you from purchasing it, right? This happened actually last year, and it just happened again. Let me
guess. You get the movie, you pop it in, and then you have to sign in to watch it. Is that what happened? If it didn't, I can see them doing that.
Tell you the previous story, then we'll get into the new one. Now, this actually happened to German and Austrian customers. This is the notice that PlayStation posted summer of last year. As of August 31st, 2022, due to our evolving licensing agreements with content providers, you will no longer be able to view your previously purchased Studio Canal content, and it will be removed from your video library. This isn't like you're signing up for Apple Music or Netflix.
Good thing I've got myself a database going, not a database, a home media server going right now as we speak. Files are moving over into it, and a lot of them were things that I wanted to watch that it was on a particular streaming site, and then one day it just wasn't on there anymore when I was halfway through it. And you know what, rather than buying another service or buying another month to use another service, I canceled everything and just decided to download it for free.
And, you know, stuff comes and goes, fine, whatever. This is stuff like I purchased this movie and spent money on this movie because I want to watch it and have it so I could watch it whenever I want to.
Yeah, what do you do when you can't even purchase the movies anymore and you have to sign up for streaming services to watch things? And I'm not doing that. I'm not signing up to 30 different streaming services just to watch. For example, I don't know if anybody has heard about this show called Yellowstone. It was on 2 different streaming services with 2 different versions of the show going on. No, not playing those games. I'm just going to download everything. If I want to watch all of a show, I'm watching all of the show. And I'm not paying extra money for it unless you let me own it.
And they were like, yeah, no, we lost our licensing. We had a licensing fallout with Sony, so sucks for you. Now, if you're not sure who Studio Canal is, some big films that people in Germany and Austria purchased that were getting removed were Lionsgate movies such as The Hunger Games, John Wick series, and Saw. So my point being is that it wasn't just like obscure indie films that were going.
So yeah, those were some top tier movies. I've got the John Wick movies. And it's a good thing I have them, because apparently if I would have been paying for this service, I would have just lost them.
Way. These are big blockbuster movies.
Or not even paying for the service. These people straight up bought the movies to have them on their console or whatever they have them on their account, and all of a sudden it's just gone away. You basically rented it.
That people purchase probably want to watch over and over again. And even though they got your money and you spent the money to be able to watch them whenever you wanted to, licensing agreements, even though we profited from you, we're pulling them anyway. And then they want people to embrace an all digital.
A big reason that you can't play older video games is because of licensing agreements. Why you can't get remakes or remasters of certain games. It's because of licensing agreements. So I just download them because I'm not playing those games.
Digital future. But let's continue.
I'm literally not playing those games. I will play those games, just not on your service, because your services suck.
Because it happened again. Well, now Discovery content is being pulled from the PlayStation Store. So if you purchase any kind of Discovery live shows from the PlayStation Store, doesn't matter, you bought them, they're still taking them away. This comes right from PlayStation.com. As of the 31st December 2023, due to our content licensing arrangements with content providers, you will no longer be able to, this part amazes me, watch any of your previously purchased, I can't get over that, Discovery content, and the content will be removed from your video library. You paid for it, sucks for you, we're still taking it away, because we can. We sincerely thank you for your continued support. Thank you, PlayStation Store. And then
give them their money back. Give them the amount that they paid for that content back.
it shows a whole
Way to go.
list of different shows here.
What a failure.
It's just never ending. A lot of it's, reality TV show stuff. American Chopper you see here. American Lawman. The list goes on and on and on. So if you enjoyed any of these series and you purchased them, guess what? You're screwed. You're absolutely screwed. And they don't care. They took your money, they made money off of it, and the product you purchased, they're just taking away from you because they can. You know what? I'm just pirate. I'm done. I used to be like, oh, piracy. I'm totally on the other side of it now because I'm pissed off. Pirate. They'll steal from you, steal from them.
Yep.
You want to watch?
That's
shows?
exactly
Pirate
how I
them.
feel
Don't
about
even
it.
Pay them. If you want to
Based.
watch a show, I don't even care if I get in trouble for this. Okay, from companies, you don't even buy them. Don't even buy them. Find a way.
I'm only gonna buy the content from I probably aren't. Okay, here, if I watch some indie stuff that I pirated and I like it a lot, I'm gonna be into that whole scene. I'm gonna be watching their videos, I'm gonna be watching their ads. Probably gonna be buying some of the products and merchandise associated with it. Like, I haven't owned an actual copy of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the original series, but I've bought so many things. That's not really an indie title, but it is a good example. I bought so many things around Avatar: The Last Airbender that it doesn't even matter that I don't technically own the series.
To get them without paying for them, because they'll steal money from you. But if you steal money from them, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. You buy it from us so we can eventually take it away from you. How about this? I pirate it, don't have any DRM on it, and I can keep it as long as I want, and I didn't pay you, greedy pieces of shit. How about that? I can't, and this is the other reason too. Tapes suck, but I've been getting back into mini disc. This is an upcoming video. Perfect segue. I've been taking stuff off of like Spotify and recording it on mini disc. Oh, Rich, that's a boomer thing to do. You must be going through a middle-age crisis. Maybe. I'm not. But perfect example, the Elden Ring soundtrack was on Apple Music, okay? I pay for that. I like Apple Music. And so I was recording from the Elden Ring soundtrack to try different tape recorders, and I just, wanted to put it on a mini disc.
So here's what I do for my music. I use LibreWolf for my browser on my PC, which means I do not have ads, which doesn't matter. I pay for YouTube Premium because of my phone. Anyway, don't want to get into it. I'm about to stop paying for YouTube Premium. I just haven't found a good music app if somebody wants to recommend one for Android. But I use a video downloader and just take the URL off of YouTube Music, and boom, I got my music right there. And I've been doing that. I've been slowly building up a library.
And one day I go to Apple Music, and you can't play the soundtrack anymore. That's it. It's just like, oh, they must have had a licensing fallout with From Software. Soundtrack is gone. Entire soundtrack. Then people wonder why I got back into mini disc. I have no idea. Now, if I record it to a mini disc, no one there. If there's a licensing fallout, that no one could come to my house and take away my mini disc, right? I'll still have it, even if the songs go off of whatever service, Spotify or Apple Music or what Tidal, whatever the hell you use. This is why.
I don't think he's actually putting them on mini discs. I think he's just using that as an example. Or he's just doing it for the gits and shiggles. Because why would you put it on a mini disc? Just put it on like an offline phone or something. I don't know, man. Mini disc just sounds like so low quality.
I fear the all-digital future that we are now in. I've shown this before.
I do not fear the digital future. The digital future fears me, because I will always know how to access all this content for free. I will find a way. They'll have to throw me actually in prison.
Buy a game now. The game is just essentially a placeholder. That's all it is. You don't. When you buy a game physically, if you're lucky, you may just get an unfinished version of the game that might be playable but broken. A lot of times you get these games home, you gotta get like a 50 gigabyte update or 20 gigabyte update. So the games that
I just had to make room for a 130 gigabyte update for Baldur's Gate 3.
You get, I don't have a PlayStation 5 game or Series X game around me, is a coaster unless you get the updates. I remember I bought this. This is a Sega Genesis cartridge with 138 games on it, or probably even more than that. And everyone's like, Rich, that's piracy. Yeah, it is. You know what? I don't care. I used to be like, piracy is a crime. Would you go to a store and steal a CD?
Would you download a store?
But you
yes,
know what?
Yes, I would if I could.
These companies are doing this and they'll steal from us. Steal from them.
Would you download a car? 100%. I don't have a car, and I would download one if it was for free, and it was just a digital car that didn't take the copy of a car from somebody. It was digitized. Yeah, I'm completely fine with that.
Be a pirate. Go get the stuff in a way that you could permanently keep it. Screw you, Sony, and screw anybody who does things like this. And this is why
Let me buy a digital copy of your media just to have on my PC. Let me tell you, if I accidentally delete it and I forget my account information, I will make another account and I will pay for it again, rather than going through the trouble of setting up piracy. If it's like $1 for a classic movie and then I have it forever, I'm doing that. But no, nobody wants to do that. I have searched and searched and searched. If anybody can tell me a place where I can just straight up buy digital files, that would be amazing. But I don't think there is one for movies, and I guess you got one for games with GOG, but there's not a whole lot of the games that I want on GOG. That's like just old PC games.
I'm saying pirate, because if they're willing to take your money and then steal the product away from you, which is exactly what this is, after you bought it, steal from them. What's the difference? You want to watch a movie and you're afraid they're going to take it away from you? Find a way to record it. Get it for free instead of giving these pieces of garbage money that are multi-millionaires and billionaires who will just take these movies and games away from you whenever the hell they feel like it. I used to not be this way, but if this is the crap that's going to happen, I'm a pirate and proud of it, and you should be too.
Yarr.
This is Rich of ReviewTechUSA signing out. Have a good one.
But I'm just going to once again reiterate that I am not a pirate. I am a privateer. I don't rape and pillage. But yeah, this dude's right, and I'm surprised it took him this long to come around. That everything should be free, and everything is free if you find a way. As long as it's digital. I mean, you can't just go and steal somebody's stuff off their property. But if you can look at it and make a copy of it and then have one yourself, what's wrong with that? There ain't nothing wrong with that.